and girls. I'm here to give your math instruction. We'll be working in lesson 16, understand length and measurement tools. So please get out your iReady instruction books and a pencil. All right, so today we're going to talk about what it means to measure length. What do you think it means to measure the length? Great, yes. Okay, how long or how tall something is what we're going to be measuring today. What are some different ways that you've measured in real life? Awesome, yes, you gotta know what shoe size you wear. We can measure shoes. You can measure how tall you are. Those are all great examples. So, we can also, let's go to the think about it part. Come on, fingers. It says you can use objects to measure the length. So here they're using paper clips to measure the length of a marker. And there's some guidelines you must follow when we are measuring the length with paper clips. So we're going to look at some of these guidelines together. The first guideline, and I'm going to use my Sharpie here for you all to see, is that you do not put it in the middle of the paper clips. So if my paper clips are lined up side by side here, and I'm going to measure my marker, I don't want to just put it in the middle here because that's not how long it really is. The next guideline we're going to look at is don't use different size paper clips. When we are measuring, we have to stay in the same unit, which means our length has to be measured in the same size. So I don't want to put some big ones and some little ones together because that will not accurately tell me the length of my marker here. Another guideline we're going to look at is don't have any spaces between your paper clips. So I can't have my paper clips spaced out in order to measure this marker. It's not going to give me an accurate measurement. And finally, don't stack your paper clips on top of each other like this. Oops. Okay, once again, it will not, oh my goodness, accurately measure your paper clip if they are stacked on top of each other. So let's look back at our marker here. It wants to know how many paper clips fit below this marker. Let's count this together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paper clips. So in your book on page 154, at the bottom here, you are going to write 5 paper clips. Suppose I had 3 big paper clips and 3 small paper clips here. And let's pretend that my marker fits exactly underneath these paper clips that I have up here. Can I accurately say that my marker is 6 paper clips long? Let's take a moment to think about that. Okay, so guys, what did you think? You're absolutely right. No, that is not, we cannot say it is 6 paper clips long because in order to measure with paper clips, all my paper clips do need to be the same size. I either measure them all with large paper clips or I measure my marker with all small paper clips. Do you think paper clips are a good tool for measuring my marker? Let's take a moment to think about that. You are absolutely right again. No, this is not really an effective way to measure paper clips because I might measure my marker with large paper clips and someone else might measure theirs with small paper clips and it really wouldn't be the same size. So what are some kind of lengths that we can measure in real life? Let's think about some examples that we use daily. Oh, that is a great one. How many miles to travel to school? Oh, another good one. The tallest person in the class. The length of your football field or soccer field. That summer's coming up. How about the depth of your pool? You know, how many inches or feet is your pool? So let's move on. Our standard unit of measurement, which is what we use to measure. inches and centimeters are the two units we're going to be working with to measure objects in this unit. Okay, first I want you all to look at the ruler you were given in your packet. What are some things you notice about the ruler you have? Okay, great. There are two sides to my ruler. That is excellent. What else do you notice? Okay, one side the numbers are further apart. The other side, they're closer together. So let's focus on the top side where our numbers are further apart. This is the inches side, and it's similar to a number line. Our number line starts with 0 here, and then is numbered 1 through 12, just like we would on a number line. And let's look at the other side. This is our centimeter side. If you notice, the numbers are closer together, and this is a smaller unit of measure. Now you can think about an inch being the length of a quarter, or a centimeter being the length of your baby pinky finger here. We use a ruler to measure the length of objects. So let's look at the reflection question. Why would you measure the length of your shoe with a ruler instead of paper clips? Let's take a moment to think about that. Okay, boys and girls, what are some reasons you came up with? Okay, yes, the ruler is much easier to measure your shoe than paper clips are. And I also know that my ruler has the same unit of measurements. They're the same for everyone. Now, what if 1 inch meant 1 eraser? Would that be an accurate way to measure? You're absolutely right. It is not, because I might think, well, this is the eraser I'm going to use to make 3 inches. But someone else might say, well, no, this is the eraser that's going to be 3 inches. So in order to have accurate measurements, we have to be using the same size objects. What if you use inches to measure your shoe and your friend used paper clips to measure your shoe? Would you be able to compare the two lengths if you came together? Let's think about that for a moment. Okay, you're absolutely right. It is difficult to compare two units that are not the same size. Using your ruler is more accurate than using the paper clips. Why do you think we need standard units such as inches and centimeters to measure? You are absolutely right, boys and girls. We all need to be able to measure with the same units. And when we use the rulers, we all know that what I measure is going to be the same as what you measure. That is all I have for today. Please complete practice pages 171 through 172, and be sure to check back tomorrow for your next math lesson.